What's going on, guys? I just got finished shooting a little bit of video for a quick update video that I do for the Tech's Garage channel, taking car out, giving a quick update of what I'm driving and just a little bit of information about it, not a full review or anything. But I do these every week, and they're supposed to be quick and easy to edit, easy to shoot. And I edit all of that on my iPad. So I wanted to show you a little bit of kind of behind the scenes. I got the shoot done. We're gonna dump all the footage onto the iPad, or sometimes I just leave all the footage on the memory card and edit straight from the memory card on the iPad in LumaFusion. We're gonna get into some of that and show you kind of how I structure it, how I edit it out, and then export the video. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I like editing on the iPad Pro a lot. And a lot of people think that you need a big computer to do big edits on, or even decent edits on, and I don't think that's true. You can do a lot on just an iPad, a laptop, or whatever. So we're going to get into that, but first we're going to check out the new intro for the channel. This is the first look at the intro. I made it for a series that I'm going to be doing here pretty soon, so stay tuned to that, but let's roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, now that that's done, let's get into the edit here on the iPad. We're going to take you away from this and show you the screen recording here, and I'll walk you through it that way. Okay, and first of all, I'm going to apologize for any really bad audio quality during this because, for one, I have the memory card plugged in over here, and I don't have a good mic for this, but you're seeing my screen, you're hearing my voice. Hopefully this works out. First thing we do is go to Files. This is the intro that's on here, but we're going to go to the EOS Digital. That's the memory card here. Go into DCIM, EOS R. And here's all the video clips that I shot so far. So we're going to select all. No, we're not. They're all in here. They're on the memory card still. And we're going to take those and use them straight into LumaFusion. Now, I think this is a really great app. Here's another video that I edited. I've edited a lot of videos on this thing. This is just some of them because I've had to delete some for space-wise, but we're going to create a whole new project here, and this one is going to be named BMW 2M quick drive. All right, we're at 24 frames per second and 16:9 aspect ratio. Those are what I use for this channel that I'm going to be uploading to. The other channel I use 4K and a 2:1 aspect ratio, I believe it is. So we're going to hit create the project, and here we are. So I can click up here and find files, and right here I already have a linked folder to the EOS Digital and here, and that EOS R. So here's all my clips. I can start watching them and placing them in. I'm going to do that and speed it up, not really talk through a lot of placing it in, but I'll let you watch as I do it. All right, and everything that I just said about editing off the memory card, we're actually going back on. I was having issues when importing the footage into the timeline. It wasn't loading well. I don't know if it's just a memory issue or a latency issue. I've definitely done it off the memory card before, but just to get this thing done, we're now moving these files onto the iPad itself, and we're going to edit from the iPad. So let's get these things downloaded onto the iPad. All right, and here I'm kind of scrubbing through the footage trying to find my first clip. Whenever you record it and edit it in the same day, this is a lot easier. Throw it onto the timeline here and let it load in, and go back to the beginning and start playing it through. And this is just me talking about the car and then stopping and messing up or whatever. So I know basically where to cut it now. So here's me kind of going back. We're going to cut and kind of play it through, find where the cut is and cut. And then you just delete that. It's a very snappy timeline, a lot like what you might be used to on a Mac. And again, we'll cut that one and start adding a new clip. And I'll definitely be speeding up through this process, and then I'll slow it down and bring you guys in whenever I think something interesting is going on. But I do like this, the transitions, in-camera transitions. I love doing them. Don't overuse them, but it's a nice way to segment from like me talking to me showing the car, or me showing the front of the car to me showing the back of the car without doing the full walk around. But yeah, that's what's going on here. Let me stop rambling here and speed this up a bit. All right, and already stopping it again really quickly. I'm just scrubbing through different audio files to try to find some music for this. Laid it out on the timeline. I'm going to see how that sounds against the audio, find a good place to make that cut transition happen, drag it back a little bit and hit that cut transition. And yeah, now we have some audio to lead into our B-roll segment. All right, and you can see here that I am just messing with the B-roll, laying it out based on the music, going into each clip, make sure that the audio on those clips are turned down because it was very windy. I didn't want that wind noise being coming through the audio here. So again, just throwing the next clip in, clip by clip, finding where the audio has a beat to make a transition, and clipping those clips to that specific time, and bringing in the next clip. All right, and here I'm just continuing to chop up the A-roll, did a lot of talking, coming back through, watch it all kind of again, make sure everything fits good, chopping it up some more. You can see on the timeline kind of at the top all the extra little chops and everything that go into this. And then here I'm dropping some more music in for the end of the video. And then here going back through each clip, and I did a color grade on one and then was able to paste that to the other clips, and then just kind of adjust things here and there. Just make sure that the color grade is good because I shot this with a log profile. So that's one thing that's cool about this app, that you do have color grading opportunities. But here again, just going through each clip, making sure that the color grade is done well. And yep, now back to the end. And here we're going to export the movie. So you just come into the export, you click, I usually just export it to photos, make sure your settings are good, hit export, and then it's going to export the movie. And this export is sped up a bit, so it's not quite this fast, but it's not slow either. So here we go. This is sped up. But yeah, it's not terribly slow, so it's a decent experience even on the iPad. All right, now we're going to build the thumbnail. So we open up Lightroom, go into those save files, find the image I took, and we're going to mess with some of the colors here in Lightroom. So my kind of style for stuff like Instagram and things like that is kind of a darker, more moody style. But thumbnails for Photoshop or for YouTube, I really like to be bright and vibrant. I think it catches the eye in this style. So we're upping the brightness, we're making sure everything is visible well, upping the shadows, and then we're just dropping some masks in there to play around with the corners. We'll save that out, and now we'll open it up in Photoshop, create a new Photoshop file, 16 by 9. We'll fit that into the frame here. Just trying to get it nice and big in the frame so the car like really stands out. And then we're going to add some text to it. So it's a quick look video. We'll just add the text in there. And then I'm just going to play around with how I like that sitting in there. We'll add a little bit more text. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do based on the shape of the car and how it sat in the frame. But you'll see here in just a minute that I continue to tweak this because I wasn't quite happy with it. One of the things I like to do is overlay the text with the car or something in the frame. That way I can later go and mask it out, and you'll see that a little bit later with the BMW. I can mask it out and almost make it look like it's behind the car, so some of the text in front of the car, some of it behind the car, and it's just something that I have a little touch that I like to do. Yeah, here we're just continuing to add text, testing out different fonts, and seeing what we like there, different sizes, and then you'll see that we start messing with the masking of everything. Again, here I didn't like the way that quick look looked. It's a little bit too dominant, even though it is kind of the main point of the video. It's a quick look video, but you want to see that the name of the car really big as well. So here, that's where I messed it out, and I'm going to add the logo in, and we're going to save it out. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the editing process, editing on the iPad and everything. And if you want to see more videos about editing, more videos about the iPad, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.
Perfect.